What's going on, everybody? TG here, back with another video. Before we start, just wanted to say thank you so much. We hit 2,000 subscribers. This is amazing, guys. I started this channel back in September, and literally we have hit 2,000 subscribers before my birthday in February. It's incredible, the growth and support that I've seen from you guys. I am so beyond thankful for you, and I'm glad you guys are getting something out of the videos that I have shared with you. Also, we have a Discord and link in the description below. If you guys want to join us, totally free. I call out trades and stuff like that in different plays that I'm making in there completely for free. There's a great community of people, and we help each other out and make some good gains over the week, and we really just work with one another. So if you guys want to join, feel free to do that, and then of course hit that like and subscribe button for me. But let's jump right into this. Earnings week is upon us, and I expect a big earnings week this week. We hear from some of the biggest and best companies in the world this week, and I want to talk to you guys about how you can use these companies, use these earnings, and learn how to actually profit from them despite whatever happens. Now, Monday, nothing really significant is happening. We hear from a lot of the banks, mainly the smaller banks, the bigger banks for the past 2 weeks. But Tuesday is a big day. Before the market opens, nothing too significant as well. Although 3M and Verizon, I'm definitely going to be watching. Verizon, especially for their dividend. If you guys are into dividends at all, Verizon is an amazing stock that trades sideways. So you can use spreads and collect that nice dividend every single year. But after the close on Tuesday, we hear from some big companies, starting off with AMD. I made a video about them about 1 week ago, not even like a couple days ago, actually. And I talked about why I think AMD is such a good player and why I think it's probably the best in the CPU sector. And I think it's going to blow out earnings. I think the stock is going to continue to roar. We've had a bit of a pre-anticipatory run-up with AMD this week. It's gone up a pretty good amount, but I think there's still some definitely room to run. I mean, I would not be surprised if we see them make a run towards 100, if not more, if they break earnings, which I think they will do very good on earnings. Then after we hear from Microsoft, I think Microsoft is going to have a steady earnings, probably a beat as well because of their cloud computing sector. They're the number 2 player right now in the cloud computing sector. And I think they're just going to continue to grow because of that. They have a ton of different streams of revenue, and Microsoft has been solid. It consolidated for a long time over this little channel between, July and now. Kind of really hasn't moved much, but it's set up and poised nicely for a big run, especially if they beat earnings. So I'll definitely be watching that. Starbucks, I like Starbucks, but I definitely think I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. Maybe buy it under 100 if something happens, but that's really about it for that day. A couple little other stocks that I'm not too interested in, but Wednesday is the big day. Before the open, we hear from AT&T and Boeing. I definitely want to look at AT&T because if AT&T misses earnings and goes down under 25, I would love to pick up a nice position long-term in that for the dividends and the covered calls weekly. Boeing, I expect this quarter not to be so hot just for the fact that, traveling is still a little messed up with all of COVID that's happened. But under Biden administration, I think Boeing will do surprisingly well, especially with good tensions with China and China potentially ordering a lot of aircraft from Boeing. And then after the close, it is the big guns: Apple, Tesla, and Facebook. I'm expecting a stellar quarter from Apple. I think that Apple, with their new iPhone 12 sales and the App Store and all the other little digits that they have in their company, they're going to have a solid earnings beat. And I can expect this stock to even run up past 145. Now, warning, Apple did have a bit of a run up. Not a bit of it, a very big run up this week. If we look at Apple, Apple is up 10% this week alone, which is huge for the biggest company in the world. So don't be surprised if they do beat earnings, the stock doesn't really move that much. We talk about pre-anticipatory run-ups and we don't want to get burned. Now, this is an anticipation of an earnings beat, and that is why you see a huge run-up like this. If you go ahead and buy in at 142 and they beat earnings and it just stays the same or dips a little bit, that's what might happen. That's probably the most realistic outcome of happening. And then there's Tesla. I personally am shorting Tesla, as you guys know. I think Tesla's grossly overvalued, and honestly, I don't see earnings posting anything that can help the stock go up anymore. They've already announced everything that they had to announce. All the good news is out already. Honestly, we're just waiting to see what happens. Like I said, I have my short position in here, betting against $11,000 against Tesla. But I don't think it's going to be significant. I think it'll be something like Battery Day, where we might have a run up before earnings, but then a dip after. And then Facebook. You guys know I love Facebook. I have a lot of positions in Facebook, and I think it's an amazing company. We are already up a nice $500 on our Facebook positions right now, and I expect this to get hammered. Not downwards, upwards. I am loving Facebook, and I think with their ad revenue, this quarter during COVID, it is going to be amazing, especially if they monetize some of their other products like WhatsApp. So expect Facebook to have a nice earnings beat as well. And then Thursday, we hear from some of the airlines, American Airlines and Southwest. Nothing too significant, honestly. I'm not really big into the airlines, but I mean, if they dip big, it's definitely a long-term position because airlines are pretty good, especially Southwest. McDonald's, McDonald's has been getting a lot of bad analyst reviews recently, but I think McDonald's is here to stay. It's really smart, especially the fact that the way they do their franchises with their properties, they're not exposed to all those properties like a lot of other companies are. They franchise those, so they rent them out, and they actually make money off of that with the whole franchise business. Mastercard and Visa as well. I actually really like Mastercard and Visa, especially because they have huge profit margins, and on companies that have huge profit margins like that, we like to get involved in companies like that, and especially Visa. Visa hasn't really done much in the past year. It's actually down, I'm pretty sure, for the last year, which is a good opportunity to get in on it. So I can expect Visa to maybe make a break for like 210, maybe 215. But if it does dip under 200, I would like to enter a small position in it as well. But that's really about it. I mean, we have, Friday, a couple other ones. Chevron oil. Oil prices have been rising, so that stock could potentially make a little bit of a run up. But I still don't like the oils. I think oils, especially under Biden administration, is just not a good play to make. There's a lot of other plays out there to make. And then, of course, next week we have the big guns like Amazon reporting earnings. And that is why we are set up big for that. We have our Leaps call on Amazon, and I expect to get paid big on that. We're already up pretty significant amount on it as of right now, about $10,000 on that Leaps call, but I expect to be up a lot more on it after earnings. But guys, that's really about it. This earnings week is going to be a big week for the market. The main ones, just like I said, I'm going to be looking at is AMD, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, and Facebook. I expect beats from all of them, maybe except for Tesla, just because it has run up so much that, things are already baked into it. So I don't know how they can potentially beat expectations of already something so big. But, it's something to look at. Like I said, we've been doing really, really well, these past couple months trading this type of strategy. And it's been working good. We've been made over $20,000 in the past 3 months trading like this, and we're going to continue to trade like that. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what earnings plays you guys are going to be focusing on this week, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the weekend. Bye, guys.